Hey, what's going on, people? Thank you for joining another episode of Conquering Dreams. This is your host, CB Baker. Wow, what a great response from my new platform, which is on Spreaker, and I'm able to reach out to many more countries now being on Spotify. That's just great. The response has been basically way more than what I expected it to be. You can still find me on SoundCloud and, of course, on iTunes, and you can also find me on the podcast app on your phone if you have an Apple phone. And now and I did get approved for Google Play. So if you have a Samsung phone, you can also check me out there as well. Today, I really want to talk about the importance of networking and looking at the resources that are around you. You know, I was sitting yesterday and I was outlining a new webinar that I'm working on. And one of the topics on there is networking and resources. And I was thinking about, my networking and, the good, the bad, and the ugly of networking, and also looking at the resources of things. And I remember when I would talk with kids when I'm doing a motivational speaking thing, I would sit and I would tell them, I said, look, there's something that you want to do in your life, but you're not utilizing the resources that are nearest to you. And I would point out the teachers, the faculty members there. I said, they are here to teach you and help you and guide you along to your career, like what you want to be when you grow up, quote unquote, so to speak, right? So, but it's funny how when we get older, even if we learn how to do that and use those resources of the school counselors and things like that, when we get older and we think that we're grown and that we know everything, right? Guess what? We stop doing that very thing, going out and finding the resources and getting in touch with people that know more about a certain subject than you do, right? One of the worst things that you can do is sit around and think, I know everything, right? You cannot know everything. You may know a little bit about something, but somebody's going to know something about an idea or a subject that you don't know. So that's what I'm talking about, is reaching out and finding the people that really can help you get to where you're trying to go. Now, you may know something that you can also help other people out. And I'm saying it's a two-way street. You should help people out and you should also go seek help. But a lot of things that I have noticed, especially I can just put it out there, especially with Black men, we don't go out and seek help and go ask for help. I've run across a lot of guys out there that are in, like my industry, which is, I do own mental health companies, and we will not go out and seek advice or help from somebody else and just won't do it. We'll just sit and just suffer in silence, so to speak. And as you know, with entrepreneurs, you have to be able to go out and say, hey, I'm struggling with something. I've got to get this figured out. Can you help me figure this out? A lot of times with Black men, we don't do that. And I try to encourage Black men to break that stigma and go out and you don't look weak. We are so afraid of looking weak that we won't do certain things, right? But you got to be able to show that vulnerability and go out there and ask the question. And I'm going to tell you something, it's actually the opposite. Going out and showing that you don't know something is actually a show of strength within you, and you knowing yourself and being secure in yourself enough to say, hey, I can ask this question and listen to the answer. Now, getting back to the resources, right? What resources do you have near you that can help you in what you're trying to do? Take a look, go in your phone, right? Go to your contacts and just scroll through your contacts. And then you start noticing people's names. And some of these people you probably haven't even talked to in months, maybe even years. But what is it that they know that you don't know? What can they do, or what subjects or ideas that they have that can help you along in what you're trying to do in your life, progress moving forward, or entrepreneurial life, which is what new business idea, what subject or product line that you want to add to your business, what new revenue stream you're trying to get done. Can they help you understand that industry? Do they work in that industry that you're trying to get into? What is it that you're trying to find out? And then you're trying to get that information from out of your contact list. Who can give it to you? A lot of people don't go through their Rolodex like that. But I tell you what, the successful people do. Not only that, they stay in contact with people in their Rolodex on a consistent basis to make sure that the relationship is there. So whenever they need something or vice versa, they call them for something. They have some value to bring. Now, I'm not going to say you go into this for like tit for tat, but you should always give more than what you receive. Because the more you give out, the more you get blessed. And it might not be from that particular person you gave something or gave some advice to or gave value to, right? But you will get it from somewhere else. It always comes back. It's always reciprocal. So just be mindful of what you're doing when you're trying to conquer your dream and what resources are out there for you and what resources is right there in front of you. Another one is, do the people on your street even know what you're trying to do? Do the people on your street even know like what business you're in? What's your expertise? What do you have ideas? What are you striving to be? You know, the ironic thing about this, when you're a kid, you go around telling people what you want to be when you grow up and what you want to be in life. When you get to be an adult, you don't tell anybody because you're afraid of what they may say, what they may think about you. Oh, they're not going to do that. Or you're worried about the haters and people saying something about you. Or you get in line with the people from the internet and say, oh, I got to move in silence to make sure I get something done. Come on, please. Ain't nobody out there. If the people in your circle have the power to shut your idea down from outside, right, then you wouldn't be sitting around thinking about what you're trying to do and getting it done. So don't give the people that's around, that's in your circle, that's you claim is in your circle of haters, that much power over you. Okay? Go out there, let people know what you're trying to work on and get it done. And just keep plugging away, because what's going to happen is, yes, you may encounter somebody that may be a hater. Yes, you may encounter somebody that may not want you to succeed, but that's not keeping you from getting to the person that wants to see you succeed, that has the information that you need. Get out there, network, find your resources, and understand one thing. Networking is a contact sport, so you got to get up, rub elbows with people, talk with people, get on the phone, and really hone in your skills of being able just to talk, ask questions, and smile. And make sure here's a good tip. If you happen to be at a mixer and you're right-handed, which most people are, hold your drink in your left hand. So therefore, your right hand never is cold. So you never give a cold handshake and give the wrong impression to somebody. This is your host, CB Baker. Thank you. Till next time.